Hey guys, what is going on out there? I hope everybody's doing well. I am sorry this one's a little bit late, but my son was visiting. He came in Friday, and he left out this morning. So we were blessed to be able to spend some time with him. It was awesome. Caught up on a lot of stuff. So so grateful he could take the time away from work and everything and come on down. So anyway, that's why I'm late. I apologize. I want to get right into this one. It is Monday, the 26th of April, and this is SITREP 67. So the chocolate display at the Hard Rock Cafe has just about zero to do with anything in my life right now. But I thought it was pretty cool and I shot video of it, so I thought I'd share it with you. Anyway, so as first, God is always first in my videos. So what I want to talk to you about today is I'm gonna step out a little bit. I'm usually pretty demure when I talk about God in my videos, but you know what? It's time to bring it to you guys. I mean, what I want to talk about is closet Christians. So that's a term that was coined by my father-in-law years ago when he was first saved, and he said, you know, for years and years I've been a closet Christian. There's a lot of closet Christians out there, and what he meant by that was people that in their hearts they know that they believe in God. Maybe they were even saved or gave their life to Christ, saved, whatever you want to call it. But they never really outwardly admitted it. They never acted it or anything, right? That's a closet Christian. I think if you look around the world today and look at your inner self, I think a lot of us fall into or are in or have been in that category, right? And if you look around the world today, there's a serious battle going on. And I know, you know, we've heard that for years. I mean, during World War II, I'm sure they thought that was the end. That was the end of times, right? I mean, it sure looked like it. We haven't seen anything like that since. But I'm talking about just the inner workings of people and mankind, and just the evil and the garbage that's going on in the world today. Everything is 180 degrees from what we all learned when we were growing up, right? I mean, is it just me? And there seems to be an especially dark place in a lot of people today for God and religion. It's not that they don't talk about it or they just don't believe it. They're outwardly hating on God and hating on religion, and I don't understand it. And I think it's because the world is pushing people that way. And the more it happens, the more people are afraid to come out of the closet and admit that they love Jesus or they're a believer. So what I'm asking you guys to do is join the team, because now is the time. I mean, now is the time we need to stand up and we need to fight for him, because he fought for us, guys. And if you think, you know, this little blip of time that we're living in right now means anything, it's nothing. It's infinitesimal compared to, you know, what he promises us on the back end as believers. Infinity. So if you're concerned about what people might think about you, or you know, any of that worldly crap, get rid of it. The church today is being fought against by people that were in the Word, other Christians. They're going after this foofy, you know, I can't believe my God is so mean that he'd do this. You know, it's just the vile stuff that I hear coming out that actual Christians are attacking the standard Christian faith is beyond me. So not only is the world coming after Christians, and that it's supposed to be that way anyway, right? We're going to be persecuted. But if you really care about what God did for us, then that fight and that struggle is real and it's worth it. It has to be that way though. It's time to come out, especially to your family. As men of the household, we're responsible for the spiritual strength of our households. And you have to accept that. And I accept that. So I think that it might be part of the reason that I got sick, and which drove me to make this channel and to profess what I'm telling you right now to a lot of people out there that know me as a heathen. I mean, most of you guys know within the last 3 months, 6 months, you know me as a guy that was swearing and cussing and carrying on like a maniac, like a heathen. And I'm not that guy anymore. So I think maybe the Lord meant for all this to happen so I can talk to you guys and you say, hey, you know what? That guy can do it, I can do it too. And you can. And I'm asking you to do it. It's just the right thing to do, guys. It's go time. We got to get this together. All right? Thanks. So this week is going to be really, really heavy on medical. And there's a lot going on. So I'm going to get right into it. So one of my favorite things ever to eat, one of my snacks is frosted Pop-Tarts. I love them. And about a week ago, maybe right after last week's video, I was just enjoying a Pop-Tart that I popped in the toaster. Chewed it down like I chew down everything. I went to swallow it in the way that I swallow stuff. But, when you chew down a Pop-Tart that far, all it is a ball of jelly. So when I went to swallow it, it didn't go down. As a matter of fact, it stuck to the inner part of my throat, right next to where that airway I keep talking about, right? It's stuck right there. And at first I was like, no big deal. I grabbed my water, try to flush it down. Wouldn't go. So I'm guessing, the better part of a minute, 40 to 60 seconds, I was struggling to breathe in lightly, very lightly, so I didn't accidentally suck in some of this stuff. And while I was trying to figure out, what am I going to do with this? Again, my throat muscles couldn't really manipulate it. I couldn't get my tongue near it. So here I am panicking, and essentially what I could liken it to, if you watch Saving Private Ryan, you got it. The sticky bomb. That's what it felt like, I swear. And I was freaking out, man. I mean, I was starting to panic, and finally, eventually, thank God, the sugars dissipated. This thing finally went away. But you want to talk about a scary couple of moments. Needless to say, since then, I haven't had any Pop-Tarts. So, in actuality, that's kind of a segue too. Recently, I haven't had much of anything in my mouth. It started with pain. I started getting considerable pain when I tried to swallow anything. And if you look at my previous videos, you'll see it's kind of been leaning this way. Well, it got to the point where I could hardly swallow anything, including like water. And I started noticing something strange with this picture here from within the last couple of SITREPs, that tumor that was pushing down on my soft palate. Well, now I'll see if I can get a picture of it, but it's actually not growing down anymore. Now it's basically it's creeping across the top of my mouth, and it's past my dangly, and it's about halfway to this side of my throat. So we're going to start off talking about chemotherapy. So I went in this past Friday, sat down for 4 hours, and they hooked up to my port, my chest, and they put in, let me see if I can figure this out here. So on week 1, I get the carboplatin, the cetuximab. Those are 2 liquids they put right into the port. And I also get the 5FU grenade. So I want to talk a little bit about what those guys look like. So this right here is the port and the needle. And as you can see, the port part, the bigger part, is the one that's down under my skin. And then the part with the needle is the one that they plug in just when I go for my infusions. So if you kind of think about it, you can see, as you can see here, when the meds go in on the needle side, and then it goes through the needle into my port, and then they go up into the part of my port, the port that goes into the port under my skin, and then it goes through the line up into the line that's plugged into the blood vessel in my neck. So that's how the medicine gets in there, into my body. And if you kind of think about it, it's kind of like a gas tank in a pump, right? So, when you drive up to the gas pump, the pump is sitting there. Well, that's the part of the whole process where, the part of the port that the nurses can plug into, right? And then the needle is actually kind of like the pump handle that you plug into your car, right? So you plug that in there, you turn it on, all the medicines flow through, and they go up into my neck, right? And then when I'm done getting those medicines, and this is the cetuximab and the carboplatin, out of the 3 drugs that I get, these are the 2 that they put in through the port. And then when they're done with those, they just basically unplug the needle out of the port and put the pump handle right back in the gas pump, and I drive away. That's pretty much the way it works, right? And then in the last part, let's take a look at this. So here's an actual needle. This is a picture of an actual needle. So I think it looks a little more scary than it is. I don't know why this picture makes this needle look so honking big, but it's good size, but it's not. It doesn't look like it looks in this picture, I don't think. But yeah, here's the actual needle. And as you can see here, the orange part is kind of like the gas pump, where you can attach it and detach it, and drugs, attach it, the drugs go in. You can see here on the yellow part, that's like the gas handle that you put into the car. So I think you get it, right? Kind of the analogy with the gas pump, how that all works. Now the third drug, the 5-FU, the 5-fluorouracil, that actually gets plugged in. You can see here. So this is the portable needle, the gas pump handle that's stuck into my port. That's why it's sticking up so far, see it? So when I go back on Tuesday, they're gonna take this needle out, and then I'll be good to go. I won't have anything there. But so that hooks up to this. This is the 5-FU grenade. So as you can see, it's kind of like small. And the way it works, it's kind of like an apple core. When I first put this on and attached to me last Friday, it was really big. It was like this big around, pretty big. It's pressurized. So as the days go by, this thing just crushes in, and it's just slowly pumping this 5-fluorouracil into my body, right? Until this thing is like, tomorrow it'll be really thin like this. It'll be real small. And then the medicine will be gone. They'll just take this off, and I'll be good to go, and I won't have to wear it again for another 3 weeks. So that's that. That's this part of it, right? So right here, this is week 1, and I had the two of these 3 drugs went through when I went in on Friday, and then the 5-FU was done. It's still attached to me. It's attached for 4 days, and then next week I go in for just cetuximab. I won't have any 5-FU grenade or any other drug. And then week 3, same thing. And that's the first iteration, the first 3-week iteration, and then I do that again, and then one more time. So that's a 12-week period. That's how that works. And then after that, every week thereafter, all I do is go in and get the cetuximab and no other drugs. And that's just the remainder. I won't have to do the 5-FU grenade anymore. So, in a nutshell, there you have it. That's chemo 101. So this round of chemo is a whole new thing for me, and it's an important part of what's going on in my life right now. So I want to fully bring you guys up to speed on what's going on with it, and I hope you got something out of it. All right. And I'm going to say it hasn't come without a cost. I mean, some of the side effects they're not that bad though. I have some nausea. They gave me medicine for that, and it's working pretty well. I've had some small bouts here and there, but overall, I'd say it's pretty much taking care of business. And also fatigue. That fatigue is going to be part of my life. I mean, it's just it's a nature of living with cancer. It just is what it is. It's not going to go away. So just suck it up, buttercup. There's no critters this week. I don't have any critters. We didn't have time for critters. So this is going to be a really short one, guys. Like I said, it was very, very medical centric. There's a lot going on with medical, obviously. But one thing I want to say as this outro, guys, if you have any questions for me, or there's anything that you want me to cover in a future SITREP, by all means, put a comment in the comment section below, and I will do my best to talk about it. All right. And other than that, subscribers, as always, thanks, guys. I appreciate your support. Hopefully, you cancer folks out there got some good information out of this week's video as well. I know this is kind of the next stage for me. We'll see where it takes us. I'm going to start giving a lot more credit to God, because everything I have and that I am, and that I'm going to be out of Him. And so do you. So I love you guys. Take care and have a great week. Take care of those around you. Take care of yourself. Take a break, man. Don't work yourself to death, will you? Take care, and we'll see you soon, all right, guys? Bye.